Hey, g'day everybody, it's Matt here from Matt Carves. Hope you guys are going all right. I thought I would go live today. Can you tell me if there's anyone in the chat, how that music is in the background? Could turn it down a little bit. It's always hard to tell at this end how kind of like loud it is, you know what I mean? Okay, so we're going to carve a small wood spirit today. Well, it's actually going to be on this piece of wood, so it's not going to be that small. But essentially, it's just a wood spirit. So what have we got here? I'm just going to organise my burrs. I should have done all of this beforehand, but you know, it was kind of last minute. So we've got the cut-sold taper burr there, and what else should I put in? Maybe the cut-sold sphere burr. Now I'm taking it, you can hear me. If you're going to hear me, sort of like just leave a comment, that would be awesome, thanks. Or just a thumbs up. Well, not a thumbs up. Got any comments yet? Wonder if it's working. Right. Is my audio working? I should have a question mark, shouldn't I? Okay. Comments don't seem to be working. Right, okay. Well, I'm just going to carry on and see how we go. G'day Jeff, how you going? Hey Jeff, can you tell me if my audio is working? So I'm just going to carve a wood spirit in this piece of wood today. This is cedar, and it is very, very soft. Pretty much you could dent that with your fingernail. Look at that. Wait to see if my audio is working, then I'll start carving. Well, how's everybody? And are you guys carving anything interesting this week? I've got a few new burrs to try out. Not even sure how these burrs are going to go. A couple of Dremel burrs. That one's actually for ceramic. Oh, good. But the sound is a little distant. Okay. It's hard because, yeah, sorry about that. I'm not sure how I can fix that because my mic sort of doesn't work when I'm doing live. as long as you can sort of hear me, and yeah. Right, so yeah, I'm going to try out those burrs as well. That one's quite an interesting one. Might do that on another video though. So today I'm going to carve a wood spirit on this square bit of wood. And the trick with carving in, which is quite nice with carving in squares, is you're halfway kind of there with the nose. Whereas if you're carving in a flat bit, the nose is really difficult. So what I mean by that is this is on, you sort of see there, the corner there makes up kind of the nose, the point of the nose. Whereas if you're carving on the flat, you would have to take a lot of material back to get that nose to stick out. Right, so I'm probably not going to get all the way through this wood spirit, but we'll start it and we'll see how we go. Yes, Jeff, I do have a video about this. It's called This Table Sucks. So, and it's a very easy one. I'm just rigged up to a just a shop vac, and I tend to do that. I haven't got a lot of space for those big kind of extractor pipes and all of that kind of stuff. So essentially I'm just using a shop vac. I'll show you. Try and move this a little bit. So essentially there is the shop vac, and then it goes up there. Well, it's not even connected. So I've got to connect it. See if I can show you. It's pretty budget. So it just goes into that slim table. That's pretty slim. I've got a video. Just try and find something to get this up with. Okay. Put this back in the. G'day, Chris. Pennsylvania, USA. Nice. It's probably nice and probably summer there and nice. It's winter here, so it's pretty cold. So that's the inside, and there's the vacuum cleaner going there. I wanted it sort of like quite low profile because my legs are kind of go underneath it. It seems to work pretty well. Alright, adjust this again. Okay, so I'm going to actually mute the video and just, there'll be some music playing, and I'm just going to carve this wood spirit. So I'll keep an eye on the comments, and I will answer them in sort of in between breaks and explain what I'm kind of doing as well. Okay, might put on some different music. G'day Amy, how you going? Okay, so sort of like just blocked it in there. And g'day Mark, how you going? Yeah, it's one of my favourite burrs too, the old Cutsaw fine taper burr. It's really good because it has like, you can do some really fine detail, because this is really small, this carving, and so you can get in there and you can sort of just take out those little bits like that. You know, if you have something a little bit bigger, it's just not going to get into those kind of areas there. So, and because this is cedar, I can sort of like go straight in with a fine burr because it's so soft, you know. Look at that. You just put your fingernail in it and you can leave a big mark. Show mark. So I'll just explain kind of what I've done, and you can sort of see me leaving these eyes. So I sort of like carve the nose first, and then I'll sort of like carve it like that, and then I'll define the nostrils like that. And when you start doing this around here, you're starting to define the cheek. So you're giving it a bit of depth. And so the next kind of stage is, after you've sort of given it a lot of depth there, is sort of maybe define this area. I'm drawing it with it, sort of like that. And when you take that back into the carving, then you can sort of round this off. So I'll show you what I mean. Sort of we got this one here, and so we've gone like that. And before it just went straight out, but now with that, we can sort of like blend it back like that. And another important part is that part in the nostril there, when you're forming the cheek, because you can sort of see that part sort of goes sort of like that, around like that. So I go really deep in there, and it forms a really kind of nice cheek happening there. You can sort of like put a line up there if you want as well. Got that other one here as well. So this is quite a wide face on this one. You can sort of see it's a little bit wider. You could even make it a little bit skinnier if you wanted to. Just block it off like that. But yeah, so what I tend to do is, just for practice and to show you guys, I just do little carvings like this. Sometimes I don't even finish them. On legs of a garden bench. Oh, okay, yeah, just carve into the garden bench. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. No, I haven't thought about doing that. Yeah, actually, a lot of the garden furniture that I've got is made out of a real hardwood that would be really hard to carve. Quila. Mark would know what that is. All of New Zealand kind of woods. I think it's an Indonesian woods, the outdoor woods that we use here. And garden furniture is Quila. Although macrocarpa, they use macrocarpa as well, which is this. So if you could get a macrocarpa bench and carve into it, that would work really well. Okay, so I'll carry on carving. And hey, thanks for everyone for showing up. And if you could hit that like button, that would be awesome. And yeah, I'll just carry on carving. If you have any questions, I'll just keep an eye out on the chat. And I will get back to the questions as soon as I finish carving a little bit more.
has put me on the edge. Life has nearly killed me, and my mind has put me on the edge. Though I can barely crawl, I've got to walk where these angels' feet are tread. Darkness nearly drowned me. Sunlight alone, don't it burn my eyes? Darkness nearly drowned me, and the sunlight, Lord, don't it burn my eyes? This valley is much too deep, and this mountain so very high. Well, my cup is nearly empty. I got such a long, long way to go. My cup is nearly empty. I got such a long, long way to go. I got to lay down here and rest before I can take another step down that lonesome road. Where the darkness nearly drowned me, the sunlight burned my eyes. This valley is much too deep, and this mountain so very high. I gotta lay down here and rest where I can take another step down this lonesome road. Well, my cup is nearly empty. I got such a long, long, long way to go. Darkness nearly drowned me. The sunlight burned my eyes. This valley is much too deep, and this mountain so very high. I gotta lay down here and rest where I can take another step down this lonesome road. Well, my cup is nearly empty. I got such a long, long, long way to go. My cup is nearly empty. I got such a long, 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 long way to go. has put me on the edge. Life has nearly killed me, and my mind has put me on the edge. Though I can barely crawl, I've got to walk where these angels' feet are tread. Darkness nearly drowned me. Sunlight alone, don't it burn my eyes? Darkness nearly drowned me, and the sunlight low, don't it burn my eyes? This valley is much too deep, and this mountain so very high. Well, my cup is nearly empty. I got such a long, long way to go. My cup is nearly empty. Got such a long, long way to go. I got to lay down here and rest, before I can take another step down that lonesome road where the darkness nearly drowned me. The sunlight burned my eyes. This valley is much too deep, and this mountain so very high. I gotta lay down and rest, where I can take another step down this lonesome road. Well, my cup is nearly empty. I got such a long, long way to go.
Okay, what are we up to now? Right, I saw a couple of comments there. Yeah, Amy Jo, it's sort of, I know what you mean when you're sort of like doing the sort of like nose on this side and the nose on this side. I think one of the problems is like you're holding it like this and you can't sort of get the Dremel on the other side in the same way. So you sort of like, sometimes like I think I turned it upside down there, but still doing that, it is difficult to get them exactly the same. And what I should have been doing is making this eye the same as this eye, but I'm probably only going to carve one eye today just to show you sort of that one. G'day Linda, how you going? Mike's off to get hot chips, yum. Yeah, it's lunchtime here in New Zealand. Yeah, it is so hard to sort of get the eyes right. I tend to carve eyes. I think I can see why people carve like individual eyes just to get them right, but you got to be careful not to do that too much, because the eye is sort of like, you want it sort of like relating to everything else. So if you can have the nose here and the eyebrow and you're carving the eye in there, then you're relating it to the cheek and everything like that. So you get a bit more of a context, I guess, around it. Whereas if you're just carving the sort of like eye by itself on a piece of wood, that's good for practicing getting the eyelids and all of that kind of stuff. But don't forget about how you're going to relate that into the carving. Yeah, but no, it is good to sort of like just focus on the eye sometimes. I think the problem with eyes is you got to do two of them. It'd be so much easier if you only had to do one. Mika, am I saying that right, Mika Davis? I hope so. UK, what time is it there? It must be 12 o'clock at night, or 11 o'clock. G'day Buster, how you going? I'm eating burgers and fries for dinner, nice. Good night, Chris. Hope you have a good night's sleep. And thanks for tuning in. 6:21 p.m. there. Yeah, it's so funny, the world, isn't it? Everyone's at different times and different seasons. we're in winter here and you guys are in summer, most of you. Right, so I'm going to attempt to do this eye, and because we're sort of like doing, like that eye is really small, so the detail that we're going to put in is not going to be really accurate like this. It's going to be a lot less accurate, sort of like, you can sort of see the detail I've got here. I just try and sort of make it look like eyelids and maybe put a dot in. That kind of tends to work quite well. 8:21 p.m. in summer in Florida. Isn't it always summer in Florida? Right, okay.
To lay down here and rest before I can take another step down that lonesome road where the darkness nearly drowned me.
Okay, so I'm not quite sure what happened there. We don't have great internet where I am, so yeah, who knows. It looks like I'm back. Am I back? Yes. Mr. Sharp says I'm back. Oh yeah, this is a diamond burr, and this one's from Dremel. It's got a wheel point burr. It's actually, it is a little bit more expensive than like a big pack of diamond burrs, but I really like this one just for all these tiny little details and all of that. I might turn that music down a little bit if it's too loud. Okay. G'day, Mike. Mikey. Right, okay, so I'll carry on with this carving. Okay, so what are we up to? Okay, I put a bit of detail in the eye. It's really hard to sort of like go in with, with, what was I going to say? With this cedar, because it chips out a bit. So these really fine details, when it was going over here, it chipped out just up there. But it doesn't look too bad. And when you get that small, when you're looking at a distance, it looks pretty cool. And you can sort of see how it's sort of like forming the cheek there quite nicely. It's sort of like the deeper you go back here, then you can sort of round it off. Yeah, this is live. I was just thought I'd go on live for a little while. And do you guys like the music playing in the background? I kind of think it's better than hearing the Dremel. I was sort of like trying to work out what sort of level I should have it at. Yeah, I guess my voice is quite loud. So yeah, I think I had the music kind of turned down. So yeah, it's really hard to sort of like operate the music and the voice. It would be really nice if you could just have a sort of like a thing when your voice comes on, the music goes down. I think I saw somebody put that actually. So the music is cool. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I think I'll do that from now on. I'll just put music on because I kind of like, what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to show you how long things take. You know, you sort of like watch those sort of like just edited videos and you get like a misrepresentation on people and how they carve, I feel. And by seeing it this way, you sort of will see that it does take a long time to carve things. G'day Glenn, and g'day Scott and Cher. Who else have I missed? Linda, I think I've said hello to Linda. Oh, table saw. That sounds pretty bad, Linda. Table saws are pretty vicious things compared to a cut saw burr. I've only hit myself about once or twice, I think, with the cut saw flame burr, and pretty much I think everybody does this. Is when you sort of, I think I saw Amy Jo write this. You got your finger at the back there, going out like this, and it goes ding around the corner and onto your finger. Oh, right, okay. I'm just reading Buster's comment. I like the music. Yeah, even if you turned it up, your voice is quite a bit louder than the music. Okay, so I'll probably turn up the music because I don't want you sort of like having to turn it down when I start talking and all of that kind of stuff. So I'll get it right one day. Now all these things you're going to kind of work out as you go along. Yep. Yeah, it gets you a lot, eh? It sort of like goes around there and go up like that. Another way I've gotten once before, not very bad, is I had it sort of sitting on the table going, and I sort of reached over, and I think it was just my sleeve or something got caught in it. Didn't actually injure me, just got caught up in the sleeve. Luckily, I turned it off pretty quickly. Yeah. So we're just about at an hour, but I just thought I'd show you this. I know, sort of like when doing these really tiny eyes, you can't really find a burr that fits in and just gives it a little pupil or something like that. So sometimes what you can do is you can just get a sort of like I just got a compass here. Let's put a dot in there, like that. There you go. Bingo. Just don't put it in too deep, I guess. It looks pretty cool. I did another one before actually. Just playing around. That's the other one. All my wood spirits are looking the same. That's what happens when you start carving. You keep on repeating the same thing. But did that nose kind of make sense when I was doing it? Yeah. Oh, g'day, Rob. How you going? I use an ice pick, Matt. Yeah, we don't. That would be big, wouldn't it? An ice pick. Yeah, and I saw that Bennett Studio on the Lake, he's still running his whale spirit challenge, and it's just been delayed a little bit. It's just, you know, life gets in the way of these things, and that's all good. We always figure it out in the end, and I think the new date is sort of like August the 1st, I think, for that. So yeah. Did you finish your whale, Rob? What else have you been doing? I haven't really been doing that much. I had a first aid course on the weekend that I had to go to, and that took out the whole weekend. I hope I never have to use it, actually, to be honest. It's a very pointy ice pick. Yep, the whale is done. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to have to cruise off and have my lunch now, but hey, thank you. Yeah, Amy Jo's put August the 1st, so it must be August the 1st. Yeah, and Grillin, thanks. Yeah, hit that like, that would be awesome. And we will see everybody next time. I might do another live this week, I'm not sure. But are you guys enjoying what I'm doing here, sort of, or do you want to see me sort of do something else? Sort of just answer questions or something like that. Just leave it in the comments, and I'm going to cruise off. And hey, thanks for tuning in. See you, everybody. Bye.